going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kari, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. Today is going to be a little bit of a discussion video. I really want to interact with you guys and dialogue with you guys about this and what your thoughts about this are. But I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I've been talking about this a lot on Twitter. By the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on SneakerPhetish. About the effects that the sneakers app is having on people lately. A lot of people say that the sneakers app is bad for their mental health. A lot of people say that the sneakers app has a chokehold on them. But today I actually want to dig a little bit deeper into the sneakers app and why there actually might be a scientific reasoning behind the ways that we feel about the sneakers app. I want to break it down a little bit and talk about the psychological implications of the sneakers app. Kari, why are you doing this video today? Honestly, I've been thinking about doing this one for a little while, and I really want to dig behind the why we feel the ways that we feel about this app. Because a lot of people feel like it's just sneakers, or Nike's just this company that doesn't have a lot of expertise behind the things that they do. But everything at Nike is extremely methodical. It's very well thought out. And to a point, they have a lot of control on a lot of us out here as consumers. And I feel like the first step in trying to taking back some of that control as a consumer is actually understanding what's going on behind our psyche and why we feel the way that we do about the app. Let me start off with this example here. Right here, this is the Jordan 1 Bleached Coral. Now, the day that I'm recording this is the day that this sneaker actually drops, July 2nd. A lot of people got W's on these. Myself, for whatever reason, I took the L on this shoe, but I found myself not that enthusiastic about the fact that a lot of other websites had that shoe available. This shoe is still available for retail price from a lot of different websites. It's not super popular, but there was something about getting that got 'em screen from the sneakers app in particular that made me want it from the app more than I wanted it anywhere else. And it led me to wonder, do I want the shoe or do I want the screen? The funny thing about it is that the more that we discuss the sneakers app, we talk about the sneakers app in terms of the L's that we take and why it is that even though we take so many L's, we keep going back for more and more and more. Are we gluttons for punishment, or is it something deeper here? I looked at the Psychology Today website because I really wanted to get some real deal information from licensed professionals about what's going on. And I found a really close parallel between the way that we look at the sneakers app and the way that we look at playing the lottery, like Powerball, Mega Millions. And there's actually a ton of parallels between the way that people play the lottery and the way that people play the sneakers app like a lottery as well. I mean, at its core, it's pretty much nothing more than a bunch of raffles anyway, right? So I'm gonna break down as fast as I can 6 reasons why we continue to mess with the sneakers app, even if it's not the best for our mental. Let's get into it a little bit. All right, this is all again coming from Psychology Today. Number 1, it's what they call the unrealistic optimism concerning probabilities. Now, what this says here is that our brains are evolved under conditions where we never have to make probability calculations like those involved with things like Powerball tickets, and the odds in these games fall outside of the range of our everyday experiences. We can imagine holding 1 paper clip, or maybe even 5 or 10, but it's hard to imagine 1,000 paper clips or 10,000 or what 100,000 looks like. So it's impossible to visualize how long our odds are when the probability is 1 in 200,000. A lot of people liken this to what Jim Carrey said in Dumb and Dumber, so you're telling me there's a chance. So here's what point number 1 means. We don't really understand what our odds are when we say our odds are 1 in a million. All that we kind of focus on is that 1, because thinking about 1 million people trying for the same sneakers on the sneakers app is kind of hard to imagine. So we kind of stick with the 1, which is us, to hold on hope that maybe this will be our chance to get the sneaker. Maybe if our odds were like 1 in 5 or 1 in 10, it'd be a little easier to understand why we didn't get the shoe. But with so many other people trying for the shoe, our brains just get kind of jumbled up. And when our brains get kind of jumbled up, we tend to disregard it. And then we tend to kind of hone in on the 1, which is us trying to get the shoe. Let's move on. Now, point number 2 is what's called the availability bias. I like this one. Availability bias shapes our perception of how likely it is we will win. Winning a substantial amount of money seems more likely if we have seen or heard about recent winners. Casinos use this tactic all the time. That's why they promote big jackpot winners near the front of the entrance. We never hear about the millions of losers. We only hear about the few big winners. I wonder if the volume of lottery players would decrease if all the losers' names appeared in local papers instead of stories about the winners. So again, the availability bias says, let's put all the winners on Front Street, the people that are able to get these shoes, and it'll give us more hope that if these people are winning, maybe I can win. Now, I'm not gonna lie, part of that I blame on myself. I blame on much larger platforms like Soul Links and Soul Retriever and Sneaker Twitter, because if you guys notice, whenever it comes to a sneakers drop, whenever somebody gets the shoe, the large accounts tend to retweet those people and only those people. So if you're Soul Links, for instance, and all you're doing is retweeting all of the winners, and you've got 100 tweets of people who won, even if you took the L, it encourages you to continue trying your chances, because if all these people were able to get the shoe, your day must be coming, right? But if Soul Links retweeted all the people that said that they didn't get the shoe, especially on bigger drops, it will probably discourage people from playing more in the sneakers app. But sneakers doesn't want that, Nike doesn't want that, and a lot of accounts, especially on social media that are looking for that engagement, they don't want that either. They want you to keep trying and to keep playing on these apps. But make no mistake about it, there's way more people not getting all of these drops than are getting them. All right, number 3, superstitious thinking and the gambler's fallacy. It says, if you buy 4 scratch-off tickets and lose all 4, this does not mean that you are due to win on the 5th. Unfortunately, many people mistakenly believe that lottery tickets are interrelated. Roulette wheels at casinos exploit this by providing a history of the last 20 or so spins. If the roulette wheel landed the past 10 spins on the red, does that mean that red is hot or that black is due? The truth is neither. Each spin is completely independent of the previous. The wheel has no memory. Let's talk about the purchase history on the sneakers app. You now have this running tab that tells you all of the past draws that you've entered, shoes that you tried to get, and it tells you not selected, not selected, not selected, not selected. So what happens in our brains that we talk about all the time? I'm due for a win. I'm due to get a sneaker, because I know that if I'm taking all these L's, then Nike has to be giving me my W. It's gotta be coming soon. My W must be coming. Let's break it down even deeper. How many of you guys actually have skipped on a drop because you're trying to save your W or save your karma for a bigger drop? I'm not gonna go for these shoes because I want these Travis Scotts. And if I get these shoes and I get a W on these shoes, I might not be able to get the Travis Scotts, so I might take the L. So I wanna save my W karma for the big drop. That's not the good way to think when it comes to this app, guys, because all of these drops are pretty random, and again, the demand is crazy. Just go for whatever you want. Go for whatever you're trying to get. Don't try to save up your karma and not go for one shoe, but go for another shoe. You're just gonna make yourself go crazy. All right, number 4, the illusion of control and near misses. Sometimes when people pick a 3 and the winning number is a 5, the psychological experience is of a near miss. I was so close this time, maybe I'll land on it next time. This gives the player the illusion that they are getting closer. Studies show that people have more confidence in winning when they pick their own numbers compared to when they let the computer generate random numbers. If someone has a January 11th birthday and they pick the number 111, that does not mean, statistically speaking, that they came close to win 112 hits. What does that mean? Well, how many times have you looked at not getting a shoe and you felt like, maybe I should have entered at this time. Maybe this person entered at 9 minutes left and this person entered at 5 minutes left, and maybe I should have entered at 4 minutes left instead of 5 minutes left. Look at the questions that people are asking people that get big hits. They want to know exactly what they did. What time did you enter? What size did you go for? Because size is another big one. I should have gone for a 9.5 instead of a 9. We now are seeing sneaker stock numbers being generated and put out on social media platforms. This is a big thing for Discord groups these days, right? You look and see which size has the most allocation to give you the best chance of getting that sneaker. That goes directly into the illusion of control. You think that you can control your own destiny by going for this size that has the most stock. But a lot of times that's not the case, but it keeps us playing because we want to have more of that illusion of control. But the illusion of control is just that, an illusion. Let's move on. Number 5, social traps. Some people have been playing lotto games for decades. They have a few wins and many losses. But I can't give up now, they think. I've been playing for 30 years. The investment in lottery tickets over the years has piled up, and this helps to justify continued investment to recoup losses. No one intentionally dives into a social trap. People just find themselves trapped and discovering that the costs, which were initially hidden, appear too big to jump ship at a given point. A classic example is being on hold on the phone. Many of us reach a point where we don't want to hang up and start over because there's no way to recover the time spent already. I've had my account for the last 10 years. I've got to hit a W. I've been playing for so long. I've been trying for all these sneakers for so long. I can't give up now, because if we give up and we delete the sneakers app, or if we don't go after these sneakers anymore, Nike won. The sneakers won, and I want to win over the app. That's the reason why we get pumped so much when we see that got 'em screen, I believe, is because we feel like we conquered sneakers. We beat sneakers. We have started looking at sneakers almost like a final boss, almost like an enemy that we're trying to conquer. And every time we don't get the shoe, we feel like we got beat down by the bully a little bit more. But when we get the got 'em screen, it feels like we conquered the bully. Both of those equal engagement in a win-win scenario for Nike. Nike doesn't care whether you win or lose. What matters is that you tried, and we keep on trying. And number 6, the final point here, easy to justify. The cost of possibly changing your life forever by winning the lottery appears minimal. So the behavior is easy to justify. I'm only spending a couple of dollars, and besides, the money goes to education and helping out other people in the community. Similar to smoking, the lottery is easier to justify when you only buy one pack at a time or one ticket every day. Few people would sign on to such an investment if they had to pay tens of thousands of dollars up front, with the super slim hope of winning big over the next 30 to 40 years. It looks a lot less tempting though when you consider the total sum of money spent. It's free. The app is free. The ability to enter into the raffles are free. The ability to get the sneakers are free. The buy-in, the barrier of entry into getting this coveted Travis Scott whatever sneaker that you want and possibly make $2,000 is absolutely free. What better incentive than no money up front? It costs you absolutely nothing up front to try your luck at getting this coveted sneaker that can net you out a ton of money on the resale market. So it's a no-brainer. A lot of people just mindlessly enter the sneakers app because it's so easy. But because it's so easy, we continue to do it. We become addicted to the sneakers app, guys, and that's just really what it is. When you do something a certain amount of times, you become addicted to it. I'm pretty sure most of us are addicted to the app. Now, is it a healthy addiction or an unhealthy addiction? I think that all comes into play when we think about other things like our finances, how much money we're spending, how much time we're spending, or more importantly, the emotional toll that the app is taking on us. Some of us, our whole day is shot if we don't get this sneaker. Now, I understand it's not always just about the sneaker. I understand that the resale boom has also magnified those 6 principles and probably even more principles 100-fold, because now it's not just about getting the shoe, it's about feeding your family, it's about paying your bills, it's about doing all the other things financially that you're trying to accomplish through the sneakers app and getting these shoes. But guys, listen, at the end of the day, it's all an addiction, and a lot of it is an illusion. The illusion that we can control the sneakers app. The illusion that we have the power to crack the code of the sneakers app and guarantee ourselves a win. I can't tell you guys how many times I've gotten DMs like, this is how you win the app. This is how you win the app. I did a video a little while ago about how to maybe improve your chances on the app. And I do believe that because the app is algorithmically based, that there are things that you can do to help your payments process a little faster, maybe to help your chances a little bit. But I wanna make one thing very, very clear. There is no surefire way to win anything on the sneakers app. There is no guaranteed way to get any shoe that you want on the app. It doesn't matter if you pray to the sneaker gods above. It doesn't matter if you pray to Michael Jordan himself. There is nothing that you can do to guarantee yourself a win on the app. So with that being said, my advice to you guys is to enjoy the app. Enjoy the app for what it is. Enjoy the content, enjoy behind the design, enjoy what you got, enjoy what the app has to offer. Enjoy the entire app, and not just the aspect of buying sneakers off of it and maybe flipping them for a lot of money. The sneakers app is a community-based app that really encompasses all things sneakers, at least from Nike's perspective. And honestly, they're doing a phenomenal job. If you guys haven't seen the Nina Chanel Abney behind the design yet about our upcoming Jordan 2, you need to watch that. They really do some thought-provoking, really, really good content. The story of Dunk was incredible. Hopefully you guys watch that on the app. So in closing, final thought, like I said, just enjoy the app for what it is. Go for the sneakers that you want to go for. Don't try to skip out on stuff thinking that it's going to give you better chances at another shoe. Just enjoy the app, because we're all going to take L's and we're all going to take some W's. And that's just what it is. All right, guys, that's all that I got for this one today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this dialogue a little bit, the breakdown a little bit. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you guys, like myself, have fallen into that sneakers trap and feeling like that it's a better win or a bigger W getting the Got 'em screen versus getting them from another website. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about these. Even if you feel like I'm totally wrong, sound off down in the comments. Let me know that as well. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any more heat that comes through on the channel or any more talks like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more of both on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish, listening to me ramble for a little while longer. I go by the name of Kari, and until next time, I'm out.